What's happening, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Software Engineer K here, and we are going to be breaking down two new big catalysts that have been announced, which are going to absolutely, not just VeVe, but moonshot several other well-established NFT projects in the space. We'll break down exactly how it's going to work, examples of where this has already been proven, and we're just going to literally, just take a look and see how early we really are to this space. So I'm going to go straight into it. The first one is Salesforce. Now, for those who don't know what Salesforce is, I'm going to be just going into this in a second. Is the number one CRM platform in the world. So CRM is customer relationship management. Basically, anything that has customers, they probably use Salesforce. So basically, you can create your own custom dashboards to monitor, customer data, do all of your kind of communications with them, like sales data tracking, analysis, analytics, etc. So they're used by a lot of big brands. I believe, here are some of the ones, just the Financial Times, but I believe they're also used by AWS, by American Express, Bank of America. It's basically an all-in-one solution. Now, why is this important? Now, they have launched their own, not just support for Web3, but they have launched their own platform called the NFT Cloud. And the reason why this is important is because, what did I just say? It's the number one CRM platform in the world. With literally any business with customers is probably going to be using Salesforce. Now, you have just made the ability to integrate NFTs highly accessible to them. And that's basically how NFTs took off in the first place. That's how crypto started taking off in the first place, is accessibility, right? So this is a use case of where it worked, and this is why it's going to work here. Is let's look at NFTs in general, right? Like, why did so many NFT projects appear out of nowhere? It's because the infrastructure to create NFT collections had become more accessible to everyone, right? So in the past, you had to actually, write smart contracts, kind of like create the art yourself, and then deploy the contracts, and then mint the NFTs, and everything was very manual. Nowadays, you don't even need to know how to code to create your own NFT collection. You could use something as simple as Solana, and just launch an NFT collection on there. It's literally just button clicks. Now, when we look at businesses and companies, there is no easily accessible way for them to launch their own proprietary NFT collection. There just isn't. Until now. As I said earlier, many businesses, companies out there, they use Salesforce already. They're already integrating it in some way. They want to get into Web3. They want to do something related to, NFTs as well as crypto, blockchain. But the accessibility is just not there. They have to kind of go create their own kind of in-house solution. So it's just not worth the time and investment for them. But if there's an easy plugin, for example with Salesforce, then that is perfect. And because of that, like Salesforce has gone at it from a very strong marketing point of view. Here's one of the first things that stands out. NFT Cloud does not support energy wasting proof of work blockchains, resulting in 99% fewer emissions. So straight away, they're tackling some of the well-known FUD in the space, like minting NFTs is bad for the environment, etc. And they're basically talking about the benefits of being in Web3, and they answer a lot of these kind of common questions. So what is an NFT? How is Salesforce addressing environmental concerns? So this one's important, so let's see what they say. Sustainability has been a key challenge with blockchain and NFTs. Many of the first generation blockchains, including Bitcoin and Ethereum, rely on proof of work. So let's see, the industry is continuing to address sustainable issues. Upcoming proof of stake blockchains based on current models is believed proof of stake drastically reduce energy consumption by as much as 99.95%. Yeah, that sounds right. So let's see. Our NFT Cloud pilot will automate calculate carbon emissions of blockchains and allow the user to offset emissions through trusted high carbon. This sounds like basically what Immutable X does. This literally just sounds like Immutable X. So yeah, learn more about trust and safety in Web3 as well. I mean, again, security is huge in Web3. So trust security, we will embed best-in-class brand and consumer protection, identifying and preventing the use of the product for fraud, force, or fear. Okay. So yeah, they're basically taking a lot of the challenges that centralized entities have with Web3, and they're basically providing a nice kind of gateway into Web3 for a lot of companies that aren't in it. And this is amazing because this is going to bring so many eyes, especially on the kind of business side to Web3, because right now a lot of businesses, they believe, they're very hesitant with integrating Web3 stuff. Many of these, CEOs think blockchain is still a scam. However, the moment you make it easily accessible and the moment you address these concerns, that's going to roll down to their customers, and then those customers are going to get involved, and then all of a sudden, you see this transition. And we've seen this transition many times before. Even the internet, we had to wait for these big companies to adopt the internet, and then trickle down, and then all of a sudden everyone started using the internet. So that is huge. And the other one, this one is really cool. So MasterCard, they want to allow direct payments into Web3 and NFT platforms. So this is huge, right? Because they've done so many surveys. They've had huge demand from people looking to purchase NFTs, crypto, just directly with a debit card. Forget the middleman. It just makes it easier. So let's just see. We have here okay, so a new MasterCard survey of more than 35,000 people in 40 countries found that 45% had purchased an NFT. So 45% of people they surveyed had already purchased an NFT. That is a lot more than I actually thought. Had purchased an NFT or would consider. Okay, so that 45% includes people considering doing so. So maybe only 10% purchased it, 35% are considering purchasing, and that makes sense. That's kind of like how crypto kind of started kicking off as well. So a lot of people kind of wanted to explore it, but there just weren't very many accessible ways of acquiring crypto. Coinbase popped up that made it easy to get Bitcoin and Ethereum, but then there were these very kind of niche exchanges like Poloniex, which sold XRP. There was no way to get XRP outside of kind of getting Bitcoin and then sending it and then swapping it, etc. So, the ability to purchase very easily using crypto credit cards, again, that's going to bring more eyes to the NFT space. So, sorry, not crypto credit cards, debit cards. But the key takeaway from there is, as we build more infrastructure around making it easier to bring in consumers into the Web3 space, from there you're going to start to see exponential growth. And that's exactly what happened with crypto, and that's going to happen again with NFTs. So now is the time to kind of see, okay, we don't have the infrastructure yet, but the infrastructure is here now. Now we're going to go through the phase of adoption, and as we see more and more adoption, you're going to start to see more and more people getting into NFTs, and through that they're going to get into platforms that stand out to them. And one of those platforms, what is a unique platform out there? VeVe. They've got 3D digital collectibles of well-known IP and brands. There aren't very many things doing the same kind of thing, or not to the same extent anyway. So that straight away, it's cool. It's got a use case, and the more kind of normal regular people who aren't in NFTs, they start to discover NFTs, they're going to be introduced to VeVe, and that's how VeVe is going to really grow exponentially, is when we've got this kind of mass audience of people coming into the NFT space, and VeVe is there as an option. That's just going to bring more eyes to that project. So that is what we need to now look out for, is the phase of adoption, the phase of infrastructure. It's happening, it's coming, some of it's already there. Now it's the phase of adoption and adopting that infrastructure, and that is going to happen. I believe most of it's going to start to kick off this year. So, VeVe, the market for VeVe is also down. So, I believe in the long term, this is probably going to, historically, we're going to look back and see this as one of the biggest opportunities in the space. That's just what I believe. And, talking about opportunities in the space, again, like I said, I believe OMI is going to be going down, and that is what it looks like so far. In the past 2 days, we have closed on 2 red candles. I don't think I'm going to stop there. My belief is, and this is my belief, I don't believe MTO is going to come this month. I believe it is going to be delayed. If it does come this month, then fantastic, they actually delivered, but most likely, in my opinion, I think it will be delayed. And when that happens, I believe that is going to coincide with this continuous downtrend of OMI. Like I said, we are in a downward channel. If we can break and hold above 0.15 after the 20th of June, in the next 10 days, then maybe we could break out of this channel. But so far, I think we are going to be staying in this channel, which is fine. I want OMI to come down lower. You know, if it gets to triple zeros, I'm fine. I'm happy with that. That's what I'm saving liquidity for. You know, otherwise I'll try and kind of pick up around this range. Ideally 0.12 would be like still a good level for me, but we'll see if we can kind of come down to that level. But yeah, that's pretty much everything I had to go through with you guys today. Thanks so much for watching. Please do like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. See ya.